You there on time. Yep. What's this? Hello? Yeah. Well, just make sure they're legit.
Mr. Carmichael?
Alright.
Jailyn Baugh here to see you.
Send her in. Wonder what she wants.
Carmichael, I gotta see you!
I said come in, you can come in!
Mr. Carmichael, you have got to see this girl.
If she's not about changing the world, don't waste my time.
But I'm not here to waste your time, sir. This girl is incredible. Just look at this video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so nervous. I want to make people listen. I want to make people aware. I want to stand up.
This is basically a lake of mud.
I want to lead the change. Hi, I'm Maya. I'm 16 years old, and I like to hang out with my friends, go to school, and be a teenager. My life was pretty ordinary up until last summer. I traveled to China, and it was a big culture shock. I volunteered doing rural community development and came back a different person.
We're at the Free the Children school. We just repainted the whole front, basically, but the villagers are just totally ecstatic that they at least have the new paint.
This awesome organization gave me the chance to experience another side of the world and meet some lifelong friends. I knew when I came home that it was my responsibility to raise awareness. Watch my journey as I lead the change.
Hey Maya, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So tell me about yourself.
And I'm Maya. I live in Toronto, Ontario, in Canada. And I'm in my first year of university, so University of Toronto. And I'm studying to go into international relations. I'd love to go into the legislative side of like NGOs and doing overseas development and kind of that sort of thing. We'll see if I branch into law. Lots of time to decide, I guess.
Okay. So if you could take back just one memory from the trip, what do you think affected you the most about going to China?
I think what affected me the most was when we were in a little earthquake when we were in Sichuan. When we were going to different houses and writing down kind of what needed to be fixed and what the Free the Children could do once they got back home and decided how to start implementing their change in that community. And suddenly the ground began to shake. And I just thought to myself after the fact, that was so small for them. It was nothing compared to what they had just seen. The earthquake of Sichuan, which was in March of 2008, was a 7.5 on the Richter scale, which is astronomical. Buildings came down. Tons of people died. And to them, when it happened, when we were there, they weren't even so scared for themselves or for their homes. They were worried for us. And I thought, if people like that, who have grown up with nothing, who will grow up and probably still have nothing, who had so little themselves, had so much to give to us that they cared more about our safety than the safety of their homes. They just had this whole idea of helping others that we don't even have, and we have so much. And that was kind of a huge wake-up call. It was like, if they can have that kind of outlook on life, certainly we in here in North America, living in the first world with every possible opportunity, can have that too.
Exactly. Okay, so what advice would you give other teens that want to make their own organizations and programs for themselves? Do you have anything that little tips to say to them?
Little tidbit. For other teens, be informed. Be informed. You know, you see your parents watching the news and you're like, oh, it's so boring. Yeah. But news is fascinating. The news is very, very interesting. And I know a lot of teens, when President Obama ran, went nuts, and there was this mania for him. And now it's died down a lot. Yeah. But it's important for you to keep watching the news, because the policies that he makes will affect you outright.
Exactly.
You're just coming into your own. You're just becoming adults. With the changes that the generation that's in charge right now of the world is making will have a direct effect on you. So get involved. Read the newspaper. Watch the news. And don't watch the news and absorb everything like a sponge. Think about it. Watch it and be like, wait a minute. Is that true? Does that relate to my life? Is that really what's happening? Maybe I should look at it from a different source. Like, I watched 3 different news stations because I know that some news stations twist a lot of information.
It's true.
So it's all about looking at it and going, hey, that doesn't sound really plausible to me, and acting on it. Don't just sit around a table and talk about it. If you see a person starving on the street and they're begging for a little bit of money and you walk by, don't walk by. Go back and give them a couple bucks. What are you going to spend it on? A can of pop. You have food at home. You have a bottle of water that you can carry everywhere with you. He doesn't. She doesn't. Give them something. That'll probably be the only thing they eat all day. But that's something small that you can do. So think about it. Look around you and see what little changes you can make to help others. And in turn, it's really self-satisfying to go home and know that even though you might have not have done something huge, every little bit counts.
Every little bit does count. Thank you so much, Maya, for interviewing with me. You have been the best. Your stories are really amazing, and I think you should continue with them for the rest of your life. Honestly, you are amazing. You're really inspirational.
Just a regular teen. There's a lot of other people out there doing much bigger things than I am. I guess the thing is just spreading the word.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to do. It's really simple to make a change in your life. The motivation just has to be there. So get involved.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, this is perfect. She's really leading the change. Hey, I hand it to you.
Of course she's leading the change. This is covering the mic.